5 friends Lena, Mark, Olivia, Chris, and Emma created a private chat group called the Inner Circle during senior year. It was their safe place for secrets, jokes, and midnight confessions. Over the years, life scattered them apart, but the chat kept them close. Tonight, the group buzzed with excitement. Their 10-year reunion was set for next weekend at a lakeside cabin Lena had booked. 1 week away, she typed, sharing a picture of the cozy wooden cabin surrounded by thick pines. Then, a strange notification appeared. Echo has joined the chat. Who's Echo? Chris typed. Not me, Lena replied. Before they could remove him, a message appeared. Echo, nice to see you all again. I've been waiting for this. Mark chuckled. Great prank, guys. Lena's tone was sharp. I didn't do this. Echo typed again. Echo, you thought your secrets would stay buried. Secrets never die. They just wait. The chat went silent. For the first time in years, the group felt uneasy. Echo returned with another message. Echo, Olivia, still hiding that you caused Julia's accident sophomore year. Poor Julia never walked again because of you. Olivia froze. She had never told a soul. Not even her parents knew she was the one who hit Julia on that rainy night. Her fingers shook as she typed. Who are you? Echo, someone who remembers. Someone who lost everything because of you. 5. Mark tried to joke. Okay, enough. Who is this? Echo, you can't block the truth. And when we meet next weekend, the first debt will be paid. A cold shiver ran through Olivia's spine. Their reunion was no longer a celebration. It was a countdown. The following weekend, the friends set off for the lakeside cabin. Mark and Chris drove together. Olivia came alone. And Lena was already there with Emma preparing dinner. Olivia's stomach churned the entire drive. She kept glancing at her rearview mirror, feeling like someone was tailing her. She pulled over, twice, but no car stopped behind. Just empty road and thick pine trees. When she arrived, the cabin looked beautiful, rustic, with large windows reflecting the sunset. But the warmth inside didn't ease her dread. Finally, Emma said, hugging her, Where's Mark and Chris? They're behind me, Olivia muttered. This place is isolated. Minutes later, Mark and Chris barged in laughing, carrying beers. Party time, Mark grinned. But the mood shifted when Lena held up her phone. He sent another message. They crowded around her. Screen. Echo. Welcome to the cabin. It's perfect for what I have planned. Chris frowned. How the hell does he know where we are? Lena whispered. I didn't post the location anywhere. The forest outside felt darker than usual. Dinner was tense. Jokes fell flat. Every vibration of a phone made their hearts jump. After midnight, Mark suggested, we should call the cops. For what? Chris asked. Some troll online. They'll laugh at us. Just then, Lena's phone lit up. Echo. Check the lake. Something's floating. They froze. Olivia whispered, he's here. Mark grabbed a flashlight and stormed outside with Chris. The icy wind bit their faces as they reached the lake. The beam of the flashlight skimmed over rippling water, then stopped. A mannequin dressed in a bloodstained prom dress floated. Near the dock, pinned to it, was a note. She never made it to prom, thanks to you. Olivia gasped when she saw the dress. It was identical to Julia's, the girl from her secret. Mark muttered, this isn't a joke. Someone wants us dead. They didn't sleep that night. Morning came with a false sense of calm. Mark brewed coffee, trying to act normal, but everyone was shaken. Olivia couldn't stop staring at the lake. Look, Emma said, pointing at the group chat. Another message. Echo. Breakfast tastes better after blood. They bolted to check the doors. Locked, windows secure. No sign of forced entry. Then Lena noticed something chilling. Where's Chris? His jacket was gone. His phone was still charging in the living room. Mark called out, Chris, stop messing around. No answer. They searched the cabin, then the woods. Finally, near the lake, Mark found something. A shoe half buried in the mud. Chris's shoe? Beside it was a Polaroid photo stabbed into the dirt with a knife. The photo showed Chris face down, hands tied with the lake in the background. On the back of the photo, in red ink, one secret paid. Olivia whispered, what secret? No one spoke. They rushed back to the cabin, locking every door and window. Mark dialed 911, but there was no signal. Then Lena's phone buzzed. Echo. 2 down, 4 to go. Ready for your turn. Emma. Emma burst into tears. It's not what you think. I didn't mean to. What did you do? Lena demanded. Emma sobbed. Junior year. I knew Chris cheated on that math exam. I told the teacher anonymously. He lost his scholarship. He almost dropped out. He hated me for it. Mark shouted. So Echo is avenging Chris? No. Olivia said, voice shaking. Echo said you all. This isn't just about Chris. Another message appeared. Echo. Confession won't save you. Only blood will. Then, suddenly, the lights flickered and went out. The cabin plunged into darkness. Lena fumbled for her phone flashlight. The storm outside howled as rain pounded the windows. Generator basement. Mark yelled and dashed down the creaky stairs. Minutes later, a scream erupted from below. The girls froze. Olivia grabbed a candle and ran after him in the basement. The flickering light revealed words smeared in crimson across the wall. Truth hurts. Mark lay slumped against the generator, throat slit, blood blood pooling beneath him. Emma let out a piercing scream. Lena yanked her back. We have to get out now. But when they reached the front door, it was chained from the outside. Every window, nailed shut. Olivia whispered. We're trapped. Another message pinged. Echo, 2 secrets buried, 2 still bleeding. Footsteps echoed upstairs. Slow, deliberate. Someone's in here, Lena mouthed. They huddled behind the couch as a tall figure descended the staircase. Dressed in black, wearing a white mask with a crimson smile. Emma sobbed uncontrollably. The figure tilted its head, watching them. Then, without a word, it hurled something onto the floor, Chris's bloody wristwatch, and walked back up. The door at the top slammed shut. Lena grabbed Olivia's hand. Attic, there's a window. Maybe we can break out. They crept upstairs, hearts pounding. The hallway was lined with photographs old, grainy pictures of the 5 of them from high school. Each one had red X's drawn over their faces except one. The only face not crossed out was the masked stranger's, standing behind them in an old class photo. Olivia whispered, "Who the hell is that?" Lena pushed Emma and Olivia to the attic stairs. The old wooden steps creaked with every move, making their breaths quicken. The masked figure's footsteps echoed somewhere below, slow and teasing, as if he wanted them to hear. They scrambled into the dusty attic. Broken furniture, boxes of old books, and one small window barely big enough to squeeze through. Olivia grabbed a metal rod and smashed the glass. Cold rain sprayed in. Go, go, Lena urged Emma, but as Emma crawled through, a rope suddenly looped around her ankle and yanked her back into the attic with a violent pull. She screamed as her body slammed against the floorboards. The masked figure appeared in the opening, head tilted, breathing heavily. He dragged Emma toward the stairs. While she clawed and kicked, Olivia lunged to grab her, but the stranger swung an axe at the floor, splintering the wood inches from her fingers. Emma's screams faded down the stairs, then dashed silence. Lena grabbed Olivia, whispering, "He's picking us off one by one, and he knows everything." A message pinged on Lena's phone. Echo, 3, gone. 1 secret left. Yours. Lena. Tears streamed down Lena's face as Olivia demanded, "What is he talking about? What secret?" Lena whispered, "It was me. Senior year, I made that anonymous post about Julia's accident. I blamed Olivia. I wanted everyone to hate her because I liked Mark. I thought if she fell apart, he'd choose me." Olivia stared at her in disbelief. "You ruined my life for a crush." Before Lena could answer, the masked figure stepped into the attic doorway, dripping with fresh blood. He tossed something onto the floor, Emma's head. Olivia gagged. The killer tilted his head and spoke for the first time, voice distorted. "You broke us, all of you, and now, we're even." Olivia whispered, "We," but before she could process, the figure charged. Lena swung the metal rod, hitting the figure's mask. It cracked and fell off. Olivia gasped. It was Julia, the girl who was paralyzed after the accident, the one they thought would never walk again, stood before them, eyes blazing with vengeance. "You think a wheelchair could stop me?" Julia hissed. "While you were laughing, living your lives, I was relearning how to move, how to fight, how to hunt. 10 years of pain, and now, justice." She raised the axe. Olivia screamed, diving out the broken attic window, crashing onto the muddy ground below. Bones cracked, but she crawled toward the woods. Behind her, a thud. Silence. Then footsteps. Julia was coming. Olivia limped through the forest, rain blinding her. Every shadow felt alive. Then, a car's headlights pierced the darkness. She staggered into the road, waving frantically. A man stepped out. Relief washed over her until she saw his phone. On the screen, the chat was open. Username, Echo. Before she could scream, he slammed a hand over her mouth. "Julia's work isn't done," he whispered. "Some debts take 2 collectors." As he dragged her toward the trees, Olivia's phone buzzed one last time. Echo. Game over. For now, the screen went black.